right, good morning. Happy Thursday. Basically our Friday since we don't have to come to school tomorrow. Yay. All right. We're going to put these in descending order. So first thing you need to do again is change these to decimals. So negative 50%. So negative 50 divided by 100, because percent is always out of 100, is negative 0.5. Okay. 1/2. 1 divided by 2 is 0.5. Negative 11/20, so negative 11 divided by 20 is negative 0.55. And then I already have negative 0.52. Okay, so again, first thing I need to do is make them have the same amount of decimal places. So 2 places, and they have 2 places. All right, descending order. Descending means greatest to least. Okay. And so when I look at this group of numbers, I have one positive, and my positive is definitely going to be the biggest. So I'm going to start with 1/2. Okay, so now I have all my negative numbers to classify. And remember, when I think about negatives, I have to think backwards. The smaller the negative looks, the bigger it is. So the one that appears to be the smallest is 50, so it's actually the largest. So negative 50%. Then 52, so negative 0.52. And finally, negative 11/20. So if I place these numbers in descending order, I should have 1/2, negative 50%, negative 0.52, and negative 11/20. Okay, to determine if this is a function, remember x cannot repeat. So basically, I'm only looking at my x values. Remember, x is the first value, so I have a 1, a negative 1, a 0, and a 2. And since none of these numbers are the same, this is a function. All right, and then number 9, we're going to calculate the mean absolute deviation. So again, remember the first thing we have to do is find the mean. So we add all these numbers up. So 300 plus 250 plus 225 plus 200 plus 275 plus 250 gives me a total of 1,500. So again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So there's 6 numbers. So divided by 6. So if I divide by 6, I get 250. So 250 is my mean. So now I need to figure out how far each point is from 250. So 300 minus 250 is 50. 250 minus 250 is 0. 250 minus 225 is 25. 250 minus 200 is 50. 275 minus 250 is 25. And 250 minus 250 is 0. So if I add these up, 50 plus 0 plus 25 plus 50 plus 25 plus 0. So I get 150. And again, I count. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So divided by 6. So 150 divided by 6 gives me 25. So my mean absolute deviation is 25. Okay, flipping over, looking at our slope and y-intercept. So this time, they've really only given us the equation. And so we need to figure out what's going on. So remember, the number in front of the x is our slope. The number behind that's been added or subtracted is our y-intercept. So our slope is 10, our y-intercept is 5. So the y-intercept represents what we start with. So we start with 5 somethings, and basically 10 are added ever so often. So let's see, Miss Criswell had 5 elephants. Each year, she purchased 10 more. Okay, so again, our starting value is 5 because that's where we're starting at. And then the 10 is how much is continuously our constant rate of change. Our constant rate of change is 10 because constantly adding 10 every year. So if I were to come over here to my process, I would have 10 times 0 plus 5, 10 times 1 plus 5, 10 times 2 plus 5, 10 times 3 plus 5, 10 times 4 plus 5, and 10 times 5 plus 5. So 10 times 0 is 0 plus 5 is 5. 10 times 1 is 10 plus 5 is 15. 10 times 2 is 20 plus 5 is 25. 10 times 3 is 30 plus 5 is 35. 10 times 4 is 40 plus 5 is 45. 10 times 5 is 50 plus 5 is 55. Okay, because we made this be about elephants and this be about years, so years would be my x-axis. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And my y-axis is going to be elephants because I'm counting how many total elephants. And let's see, we could count by tens. So 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, whoops, 70, 80, 90, 100, 110, 120. So 0 years, so it started with 5. After 1 year, 15. 2 years, 25. 3 years, 35. 4 years, 45. 5 years, 55. And then hopefully you're seeing that trend, showing that positive slope. Okay, and then again, is this proportional or non-proportional? It does not start at 0, it started at 5, so this is a non-proportional situation.